Q70C is extremely thin with the Air Slim design. It also is powered by the Quantum Processor 4K. At the end of the day, how good is this TV for your hard-earned money? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know. So let's get into it. Now, starting off with the design of this TV, on the back of it, it's got that new Samsung look to it, and it has a base on it that makes the TV appears that it's floating in thin air. Looking at it from the side view, you can see that it is extremely thin, and Samsung has a special mount so you can make it flush on your wall. This TV also has great connectivity such as 2 USBs, an Ethernet connection. There's 4 HDMI 2.1, an ATSC tuner, a fiber optic output, and it has built-in Wi-Fi. This Samsung Q70C also has Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi direct, so you can send your phone right over to it without Wi-Fi, but it is missing that ATSC 3.0 TV tuner. When it comes to buying a new television, I feel that the Q70C has a lot to offer. First of all, the colors are nice and vivid. As you can see in these demos, that it does reproduce the images quite well. And I can understand if you're on a tight budget that you might want to go with the Crystal UHD series, but in my opinion, you definitely want to consider going with a Q60C or above like this Q70C. It's going to produce a much brighter and a more accurate picture representation of what you're watching. And also think about this, if you go with the QLED series and Samsung lineup, you get the dual backlight system, and it's basically 2 different temperature LEDs, and it will help produce a much accurate color over the Crystal UHD processors that only has the single LED setup. If you're looking for a TV to watch movies on, I think you'll be very satisfied with the Q70C. However, from time to time, I did see some backlight glow on this television, depends on which content that you play. But it was bright, it was vivid, and the colors are more accurate than I was anticipating. A lot of people are upgrading to these new 4K televisions, but they don't think about the source that they're playing through. So I always say this on my videos, if you have old technology, you want to look into anything that has 4K on the labels from satellite, cable systems, streaming services, if you want to get the best picture quality. And speaking of that, I want to show you what it looks like on sports using YouTube TV application. Overall, it's going to be a great TV to use at your sporting events, but it's not anything that really pops out to me like high nits ratings or even extremely bright scenes, but it does have a really nice neutral color to it, so it would be very pleasing for the eyes. And for all you gamers out there, this TV does have HDIG, which is a standard for high definition gaming, and it does support AMD Premium Pro. And I like the fact that this TV has the new Gaming Bar 3.0, so you can see your variable refresh rate, your auto low latency, and the frames that you're playing on the game. And with the 4 HDMI 2.1s located on the back of this TV, it's going to allow you to play your gaming consoles like your PS5 or your Xbox Series X, or even a PC up to 120 frames per second, and that's native, so you don't have any problems with frame rates. So if you're a gamer, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with a TV like this. And keep in mind, when it comes to input lag, generally most Samsung are between 9.8 to about 10 milliseconds. So that's about what you're gonna generally expect on this TV as well. The last few things I want to mention here is that this TV is powered by Tizen 7.0 operating system. So it has a new interface that has all the tabs on the side, like your search, has a built-in gaming hub, and you have different things that you can do with this TV, such as multi-view, where you can put 2 screens side by side. And if you have a compatible smart device like a Samsung smartphone, you can use the DeX feature in there and use your device like a PC. It does include voice command access like Alexa and the built-in Bixby, but they did take out the Google Assistants on the newer TVs. But if you have to use Google, you can still use the SmartThings application and connect it to your Google Home application. Another thing I want to point out is that this TV does have anti-glare coating on it, so if you plan on putting it in a bright room, it will reflect some of the sunlight or the glare on the television. I wouldn't say that this TV is perfect. A lot of people don't like the remote control that comes with it because you don't have direct button. And if you need to, you can order this third-party remote control for around $9, and you can use this with the Samsung remote control so you have all the full features. Another thing I noticed is when I was doing this Starfield test that I could see the backlights from time to time, but that's something that you may not experience on a daily basis. And I'll tell you that Samsung TVs in general has pretty decent motion, and as I was playing my one test, I think everything looked really good. But when I switched over to a cinema test at 24 frames per second, I could see some judder, which you can go into the settings and adjust. When this 55-inch TV first hit the market, I paid $1,000 for it plus tax to get it here to the studio. But at this point, you can get it on sale, which you may or may not want to consider. The reason I say that is that this TV does not have local dimming zones. And if you look at the market, if you want better contrast, there's TVs with mini LED, there's TVs with local dimming zones, and there's also TVs out there that supports Dolby Vision that a lot of people like. Now, with that being said, overall, I will say that the colors on this TV are absolutely stunning, except from time to time, you might see that glow that I showed you on the demo, and that was just a scene change when that happened. But if you want to save some money, definitely find one on sale. I would not pay full price for this television, even if I was a Samsung fan. That's all I have for you guys. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.